Hey guys, what's up? It's the Gorilla Beast and welcome to the in-depth Teemo guide, the Swift Scout. If you want to learn how to play Teemo like this, then watch this video. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about intro, pros, cons, runes, masteries, summoner spells, combos, counters, laning phase, late game, and tips and tricks. Alright, so here we go into the in-depth guide. Teemo's passive, Camouflage. If Teemo stands still for 1.5 seconds without acting or being acted upon, he gains Stealth. Teemo retains Stealth so as long as he doesn't move or act, including if he is displaced. If Teemo is within a brush, he may move within the brush without breaking the stealth. When the stealth is broken, Teemo gains the element of surprise for 3 seconds, granting him bonus attack speed. Teemo's Q, Blinding Dart. Teemo shoots a dart at the enemy, dealing magic damage, blinding them for a short duration. Teemo's W is Move Quick. Teemo gains bonus movement speed if he hasn't taken damage from enemy champions or turrets for 5 seconds. Active. Teemo doubles his bonus movement speed for 3 seconds and prevents it from being disabled from any damage. Teemo's E, Toxic Shot. Teemo's basic attacks deal bonus magic damage and poison to his target, causing them to take additional damage over 4 seconds. Subsequent attacks refresh the poison's duration. Teemo's Alt, Noxious Trap. Teemo stores a charge of Noxious Trap periodically up to a maximum of 3 stored at once. Teemo tosses a mushroom trap on the ground which stealths and arms after 1 second, lasting up to 5 minutes. While armed, mushroom grants sight around them. If a thrown mushroom lands on another one, it bounces an additional distance before planting. If an enemy steps on a mushroom, it detonates, poisoning all nearby enemies, slowing, granting sight of them, and dealing magic damage over 4 seconds. Mushrooms have 6 health, can only be damaged by champion basic attacks, and take 2 damage from range attacks and 3 from melee attacks. The pros and cons to Teemo. Teemo has great poke, high mobility, can kite easily, he's underrated, ranged, good vision with ult, easy to play, has a lot of map control, and makes players go on tilt with a lead. Cons: squishy, gets camped, and weak against stuns. Alright, so for the runes for Teemo, I usually go attack damage reds, ability power yellows, and armor blues if you're going into AD hero or champion. If you're going into AD champion, then ability power contestances. If you're going into AP champion, just instead of going armor blues, go magic resist blues. Alright, here comes the masteries. Alright, so I usually do 18 ferocity and 12 resolve. For ferocity, I go 5 sorcery, giving me plus 2% increased damage. Then I go exposed weakness, damaging the enemy champion causes them to take 3% more damage from your allies. Then I go 5 vampirism, it gives you plus 2 lifesteal and spell vamp. Then I go oppressor, dealing 2.5 increased damage to targets with impaired movement, so that means like if they have a slow, stun, root, taunt, etc. Alright, then I go 5 piercing thoughts, which gives you plus 7% magic penetration. Then deathfire touch. Your damaging abilities cause enemy champions to take magic damage over 4 seconds. Alright, so that's really good for Teemo. And also the oppressor is really good for Teemo. Alright, so then for resolve, I go 5 recovery, 1 explorer, 5 veteran scars, and 1 insight. Alright, I go insight because it reduces the cooldown by summoner spells by 15%, and that's pretty good. Alright, so that's it for masteries. Alright, now comes summoner spells. Alright, for summoner spells, usually I do ignite and flash. I do ignite to kind of kill the top laner or mid laner, whatever lane you're playing in. Just easier. You can poke them a lot in lane and then kill them easily with Ignite and like a Q. Alright, so combos. For doing 1v1s, you have to set up putting your mushrooms behind you or in a location where you can bait the enemy to go into, increase your damage because of the Oppressor mastery, then kiting them into the mushrooms, then using a Q, then Hextech Gunblade active, then Ignite, and that usually kills anyone in a 1v1. Usually, like, a good amount of mushrooms is like 3 the least to like 6 if you're going crazy. Alright, then for team fights. For team fights, you want to stay in the back, placing mushrooms and blinding enemies and aiming squishies with your Hextech Gunblade active, then blinding champions that depend on their basic attack. So if there's an AD carry or a mastery that's raping people, you probably want to blind them instead of the tank, because then blinding the tank would make no sense. Alright, then you also want to use your mushrooms, then I don't know, if you have communication with your team, tell them to kite so they run into the enemy team runs into your mushrooms. That's something that's amazing they can do. Counters. Teemo's weak against Yorick, Pantheon, and Akali. Teemo's strong against Nasus, Trendemir, and Garen. Laning phase. Alright, so for laning phase, you probably want to go your E first because it doesn't waste any mana. Also, it's a really good poke when you're poking the top or mid laner. Then you want to go Q because that does a lot of far range damage. Then you want to do E again for the bonus basic attack damage and poison, so you finish off the enemy at level 3 really easily. Then you're going to want to level up your W and then last, because your W isn't really that important. It gives you movement speed, but it's not as important as your E, Q, or Alt. You want to be aggressive poking with also getting as much CS as you can. Don't put trades over CS unless if he attacks first. You can kill your lane opponent easily by making them use their health pots, then using Ignite and Q in a basic attack when they are around half health. Level 6, you're going to need to place your mushrooms in the river and dry bush, just so you have your lane covered. And it also gives you a lot of map control in vision, so the jungler won't gank. And if he does gank, he gets slowed, then you can get out of there pretty easily with your W. Alright, so for late game. In late game, you don't want to get caught out split pushing. Also remember to get dragon and tower objectives with your team. Then in team fights, you can burst the AD carry or basic attack reliant champions. But you kind of want to stay in the back line because you're Teemo and everyone hates you. So remember that, and remember to place your mushrooms around if you think they're going to engage. Now, this is really important. If there's out of place AD carry, you can absolutely burst them with your Hextech and Q and E combo and Ignite. They're fucking destroyed. Alright, now tips and tricks. Alright, there's not too many tips and tricks with Teemo. Teemo loses camouflage if he's knocked up, if you already didn't know that. If you're going against an AD carry or champions like Mastery or Trendemir or Aatrox, who needs their basic attacks, getting exhaust is amazing with your blinding dart. You can probably destroy anyone. Blinding dart can be used as a auto attack reset. If you guys already didn't know that, it's super overpowered to use that. Don't forget about your W and use it to get into the lane or just to help out your team. Also, you can use your shrooms as vision. I'm pretty sure everyone already knew that, but I just wanted to put that in there. Don't underestimate the power of Teemo's mushrooms because they're really overpowered and you should be taking advantage of the vision they give you and the CC they give you. And also, you can destroy pretty much everyone with Oppressor. Another one for tips and tricks is you can easily kill the jungler and invade his jungle by using your passive and your Q, especially if it's Master Yi or someone like that. Then you can destroy them while they're getting their red or blue or second buff, because usually when they get their second buff, they're around half health or a little bit above. Then after they're done getting their buff, you attack them with your Q and Ignite. Or if you have exhaust, then use your exhaust and Q and then basic attack. They're basically dead. You can do that level 1. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Or if you want in your mid lane, you could probably do that at level 3 or level 2. I think at level 2 you can go from mid lane and go to the red or blue, whatever one they're starting. And you can easily find that out. If the top laner goes late on the enemy side, or the bottom laners get late to their side, then it's easily which one they're going to go to next. Alright, so that's it for this in-depth guide